Hello and welcome to the channel. I've been spiritually led to create this content not with malice intent or to be argumentative. I come in love, peace, but most of all I come in concern for the edification of an awakening of an oppressed people, stemming from approximately 500 years until this time and point in history or modern history. Black people are the only people I know whose nationality is upgraded and changed periodically. I don't know other people that happens for. And what I mean is Negroes is what they're called. Blacks, coloreds, niggas, coons, wenches, bucks, undesirables, subhumans, monkeys, gorillas, African Americans, Choctaw and Cherokee Indians, indigenous to the land or native to the land, and now Pan-Africans. The incident that stemmed this conversation came from a comment that I had made on another podcast, and so it came from a young lady responding to my comment. I mentioned the word tribe in my comment. Immediately, this young lady responded to me with, "Why do I use the word tribe?" And went on to explain to me that the term is primitive and pretty much obsolete or outdated, and insinuated that I replaced the term with Pan-Africanism and kingdoms. So I had to respond to this comment. So I want to start by using the definition of what kingdom means. So let's pull that up. Let's get a definition of what kingdom means. And I'm going to Google it. Okay, so just a moment. Kingdom. A kingdom is a country, state, or territory ruled by a king or queen. That's what kingdom means. Okay? I told this young lady that Pan-Africanism is a theory, and it has not benefited our people. It is a political union or attempt to unite all African people, and that tribes are of our culture and has been used throughout our culture and still should be used. It was the tribes, my viewers, that made up the kingdom of our people. And what I mean by that is there was a point in time when our people became envious or jealous of other nations because they had kings and we did not have kings. We did not need kings because we was led by the Most High Yeshua. We did not need it. But they insisted that they wanted a king. So one of the first kings that we had was King Saul. And God had allowed there to be kingdoms for the Israelites. So there was a northern and a southern kingdom. And the kingdom was deprived of tribes. So my point is, you can't get away from the tribes. One of the kingdoms was made up of 10 tribes of Israel. In totality, there's 12. But one of the kingdoms was made up of 10 tribes, and the other kingdom was made up of 2 tribes. The 2 tribes are Judah and Benjamin. And those are the 2 tribes that are scattered abroad to the 4 corners of the earth. Okay? You see, our culture and practices and traditions should not be changed. They are our history. It is, you do not change history. Do not change history, but living here in captivity in the Western world, we think it's okay to change our culture. But if you take a look at other cultures, Chinese, Japanese, Europeans, they don't change their culture. We're the only people that allow that BS, and we need to stop it. And we need to study to show ourselves approved, because a lot of us are on YouTube. YouTube is a blessing and a curse. It gives us the right to voice our opinions, but we don't need to voice our opinion if we don't know what the hell we're talking about. And all we're doing is misleading people with stuff that we don't understand ourselves. And so let's move on. My people, we must stop allowing this change. We must embrace our rich history. We have one of the most richest histories upon the planet of the earth. But because we do not acquire knowledge and wisdom, we don't know that. We don't know that. Other people that came along, they didn't come to steal our culture because it wasn't significant. They didn't come to steal our culture because it did not have value. Our culture had value, and it still have value today. And that's why it was stolen. People don't steal things of no value. You could take, for instance, a watch made of gold, and a watch just made of alloys. They will steal the watch made of gold because it have value. The watch of alloys, they won't steal that one. It have no value. No need to steal it. So pay attention to that. We are the people that the Bible speaks of. The Bible was written to our people. It was written for our people, and it was given to our ancestors. Go to the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 24, to see for yourself, and you will see who we are. You will see who Yeshua HaMashiach, and now they say it was Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is not a Yeshua HaMashiach. That's 2 different people or 2 different entities. Okay? the person in this verse that I will read to you is Yeshua HaMashiach, or you will call Jesus. Okay? Okay, and he's speaking to a woman. He's speaking to a woman from Canaan, a Canaanite. She is a black woman. And I stress this because, you know, we got so-called leaders of today. And they're saying stuff like, well, you know, if you don't want to marry that black women, then you can go and marry any other African women because we all one. No, we are not all one. We are not all one. The people of Africa are Ham. The people of God is the Israelites. There's a distinction. We are not all the same people. Whoever said that don't know what they're talking about. Either they don't know or they're telling a lie. And so you pick the category. Okay? Matthew 15:21 reads, "But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel." Or if you go into our history and our culture, it was called Yisrael. It was called Yisrael because at that particular time, the alphabet J was not created, so it was called Yisrael. But today we call it Israel. Okay. In Matthew 15:25, I'm going to read it. This lady asked for help again while worshiping Yeshua HaMashiach, because some of you will say Jesus Christ. Okay. In Matthew 20:26, he told her, it is not right to listen carefully, to take the talk about the children of Israel, the children of God, to take the children's bread and cast it to dogs. He called her a dog. This was a black woman. She was from Africa. My point is, all of the people of Africa are not your people because they got the skin tone, because they have the melanin. They are the Hamites. They are not your people. And you can tell by their spirits. They have no love for the Israelites or the so-called Negroes. They have no love. They have no love. We are the only people that every so often and periodically we're updated. We're called Negroes, coloreds, blacks, niggas, coons, darkies, wenches, bucks, undesirables, subhumans, monkeys, gorillas, according to Cardi B, the monkeys and the gorillas, African Americans, stimulated from our own Jesse Owens, what's his name? Jesse Jackson, an enemy of the black people. And now Choctaw and Cherokee Indians native to the land, and finally Pan-Africans. Pan-Africans now. Oh my God. We're the only people. When you have a culture, when you have history. That it don't change. It don't change. It's not updated. We're the only people that allow it to be updated. And everybody who's updating us is an enemy. They're an enemy to our race until you come forward and apologize for updating us. You don't update history. History is history. You can't update a tribe to a kingdom because you're not a kingdom if you're not established in a state, if you're not established in a land as one people. You can't call yourself a kingdom if you are scattered abroad in every four corners of the earth. You can't call yourself a kingdom. Stop it. Stop the BS. And you know what I hate to say? You know what I hate to say, but I'm going to say it. Our black men are the initiators of this BS. We're the initiators of this it. We're the initiators of it. We don't try to learn. We'll go on YouTube and listen to a few phrases or a paragraph of what somebody else say. Then we come with a whole paradigm of what it is. And you don't know what the hell you talking about. And you are an enemy to our race. You are a traitor and you are no good. You somebody that we shouldn't use. But you sit your black ass there. I'm sorry. You sit your behind there and you expect us to respect you because you got male parts. You have not done the work to say the things you say. You have not done the work to have the status that you're claiming. You are an embarrassment. You are an embarrassment to the race. You embarrass us because you don't know and you ain't trying to know. You just want clicks. You want views and you want there's somebody to ring the bell and you want YouTube the YouTube criteria of who you are. And so what you do? You let your own people in your culture down so you can get them fucking excuse me. You can get those effing clicks and views and thumbs up. You a doggone sellout. You are a doggone sellout of your people. And let's continue. The person in this verse is the one y'all call Jesus Christ. Actually, it's Yahshua HaMashiach, okay? He was talking to a Canaan woman. She was from Canaan. And guess who the Canaanites are? And this is what you all need to do your research so you can learn before you get on YouTube running your damn mouth and act like you somebody that you really aren't. The Canaanites was a people that we were not allowed to mingle with. But if you let these black men tell it today, we can go marry any African. You a damn lie. Who was the Canaanites? You got to find out who the Canaanites were. They were the children of Cain. Cain was the one that killed his brother. He slew his brother and killed him. And when the Most High God came to address his sin, he arrogantly said to God, "Am I my brother's keeper? Why are you asking me, God? Am I my brother's keeper?" His brother's blood was being absorbed into the earth. yet he was arrogant, and he was put out of the Garden of Eden. The people of Canaan are the children of Cain. Did you know that? Did you know that? I don't expect nobody to respect this video, because you never respect any of my videos. You run your behinds on here and you listen to it. The viewers, you won't even give a thumbs up, but you'll listen to it and you'll take it and make a whole nother video that's your video instead of mine, with my talking points. And that is rude, it's ignorant, it's inconsiderate, and it's ungodly, it's unethical. And you're not going to have anything that good to happen to you as time go by, because you've done this. I did my research. I studied. I waited for downloads, and for you to come and just take what I say as your own thoughts, your own research. You are unethical. You cannot be trusted. You are the same as a traitor, and we don't need you. You are the tare that is to be separated from the wheat. Let's move on. Okay, so we're going to go back to Matthew 15 and 24, and it reads, now this is Yeshua HaMashiach, and some of you would say Jesus Christ. And he says, but he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the sheep of the house. I am sent unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. This is what he said. He's not sent for every African because they got melanin in their skin. He's not sent to every child because you black men went against what he said you should do and left your tribes and made babies with other people, and you think because you penetrated another woman that she is have the same blessings that the people of God have. No, you have infiltrated the line. You have infiltrated the race. It really is abomination unto God. And now don't you take my word for it. You learn for yourself, because that's where we are. Now, I don't know how many people this video gonna get to, because a video is about truth. And you all know that if the video is about truth, YouTube shadow banned it. They do everything they could do to move it. But you know what I know and what I think and what my spiritual team has shared with me? The people that need to hear it will hear it. But sometimes the people that need to hear it. And then they, instead of them acknowledging what I said, instead of them elevating me as my talking points and what I said, they take it for their own. And that is wrong. You are no better than the heathens that you speak of when you do that. If God has given me the word, who are you to take it? Because you have more views and you have more subscriptions. Check yourself. Check your heart. Because you are no better. You're really no better. So, let's go back to Matthew chapter 15. So the next verse here is chapter 15:24, and it reads, but he answered and said, okay, we read that one about 15. Hold on a minute. This woman that he spoke to in Matthew 15:25, she came back and helped him for help again. And in Matthew 15:26, he told her, it is not right. Listen carefully. He said, it is not right to take the children's blood, the children's bread, and cast it to dogs. He called her a dog. She was a black woman. If you let some of these uncivilized, uneducated people explain it, they'll say he said it to a white woman. White people didn't exist at that time. There was no white people at that time. Everybody was black people. That tells you that every black person is not of God. That tells you that every black person is not the chosen people. Some of your skin folks is not your kin folks. Get that through your thick head. Get it through your head. Let's move on. My point is, we know who we are at this point. We was called a whole lot of things. We were called Negroes, blacks, colors, undesirables, wenches, coons, darkies, niggas. We was called all these things. But today, we can't say that we don't know, because we understand now. We are the Israelites for the first time that I can experience. We have a land attached to us. The land of Israel. Now, what you all need to do is, you need to go to the book of Joshua. Go to the book of Joshua. And I want you to start reading from Joshua chapter 7 to about Joshua 14. Read those chapters. It will explain to you what I am saying. These are my receipts to you. Because this, it's never going to work when one person is saying, oh, well, you're Pan-African, and another person is saying you are Cherokee, Indian, native to the land, and another person saying you just a black and you just a nigger and you just a African American. You don't have nothing to lean on, boo. You gotta have a basis. What is all this stuff based on that you're saying? Where did you get it from? Show some receipts. Show some receipts. And you know what? In order for you to do that, the only way you can do that is you got to study. But the problem is, I hate to say this, because the immigrants are coming here, and they are teaching the immigrants that we are lazy people. But you know what? I'm sorry to say it, but you know what? Some of that's true. Because you don't want to study. You just show yourself approved. You don't want to get on. You don't have to get on your knees, but you could pray, because you are the universe. You're a part of the universe. You are a puzzle that is a part of the universe. And so all you got to do is ask for it. If you ask for it, you'll receive it. But you got to ask for it too with authenticity. You have to ask for it with, you got to be genuine in asking for it. And God will reveal it to you. He will give you spiritual downloads. He'll give it to you. But you have to ask for it. You can't just go on another person's video and hear what they say because you think they did all the research. And you could take it and then run with it and act like it's your thoughts. Ignorant. Ignorant and ignorant. You have not done anything. You have not put the work in. You want to be rulers. I had one doggone guy come on and he said in a comment, he came on and said to me, what he did was he went and looked at my videos. And I had a video called Traitor. You're a traitor, and you should be I will excommunicate you from the land, from the land of Israel, from the promised land. And so, and I mentioned in there that I had already claimed my status of who I am and who I will be forevermore. I will be the commander, the chief. I will be the judge and the jury. So he came back and said, I'm the commander. I'm the chief. He didn't put the work in. All he do is, he's phony. All he do is pretend that he's this and that he's that. I'm not going to call any names because I won't do that to my people. Because, you know, he's still my people and I love him. He just ignorant as fuck. I'm sorry to say it like that. He's ignorant as F. And you know what? Sometimes cussing is it. And you know, I had this one girl come on. She said, you know, I like what you said, but you said damn. And you said, I said damn. But you listen to all this stuff that your enemy tell you. He done raped your mama, raped your grandmama, raped your great-grandmama, killed your granddaddy, lied to you, took your culture away, and you gonna come and tell me you got a problem with me saying damn? You got a problem with me saying damn? We are a peculiar people. Something wrong. Something is wrong. And I'm gonna tell you what's wrong. You're not spiritually inclined. This is the way you think when you have not done the work to be who you really are. You got to do the work. There's a polarity where you got to do the work to like 180 degrees, and then on the other 180 degrees, all the work that you've done will come as a blessing. But you don't want to do that. You want to steal. You have adopted the ways of the Western world. Steal, kill, and destroy your own people, your own self. It's sad. It's sad. Let's continue this video. We know who we are. There was a point in time when we did not know who we were. We know now that we are the Israelites. We are attached to a land. The Japanese are attached to Japan. Chinese are attached to China. The Europeans are attached to Europe. The Dominican Republicans are attached to that land. The Haitians are attached to that land. The Mexicans are attached to that land. We are attached to a land now. We need no more upgrades. So stop the BS, my brothers and sisters, especially you. And stop the BS when it comes to everybody else. The trickery is over. The awakening has happened. And you cannot fool us anymore. We know who we are. We are the people of Israel. We're not there, but we know who we are. And like I said, go to Joshua. Start at the 7th chapter and read through to the 14th chapter. And you can keep on going, or you can go further, and you can go before the 7th chapter, and you'll learn more. Ain't nothing wrong with learning. Study to show yourself approved. You know, we have a measure of laziness. I know we've done a lot. We've created the world, the United States as it is. Just about everything you can name, we created it. How in the hell can the immigrants come over here and say we are lazy? You got to be lazy. Millions of y'all came over here from your own country. We didn't even have our country. We didn't have a country in comparison. We didn't have a country. You came over here from Mexico. You had a country. Millions of you. Sound like to me you're lazier than we are. We here in a land where we were stolen and brought here. And we brought the land up, honey. We brought it up to the point where you bringing your behinds over here, your ass over here. Because you all messed up in your land because your lazy ass didn't get together and do what we did. You didn't create things because you probably didn't know how. You didn't create anything over there in Mexico. So you come here and tell us we lazy because during the processing, they told you all that we were lazy. The United States wouldn't be what it is without our people. I know that, and the people here that's telling you that we are lazy, they're Negroes, or I call them Negroes. They know it too. I don't care. I say niggas come in all colors: pink, black, white, yellow, brown. They come in all colors. So if it's millions of you coming over here to the land that we the land that we developed, the civilization that we developed, because you think it's beautiful and it's a place where you should be, even though it's on the decline now because of a mishandling and because of the worst sin you could ever commit, which is abuse of power. You bringing your ass over here now to tell us we lazy. If it's millions of you coming over here, that means you all are lazy. Why you gonna come over here and do something here that you couldn't do in your own land? You lazy. You insignificant, and you are extra. You are an extra person that's not needed. And so that's what I'm saying, because that's what I feel. That's what I feel. But what I am angry about, I'm angry. I'm just gonna tell the truth about our black men. They stood their black behinds on streets and byways and highways preaching that you Mexicans and the people, other people was our people. They are called the Israelites. They are called the Israelites because they are people. And the only reason that our black men did that was so they can have access to more behind, more tails. So what they did was they said all these people was the Israelites so they can marry them. But they don't try to study to show themselves to prove, because they would have studied, they would have found out that I don't care how many people you bring over here or that you include, which you cannot include. God said you stay and marry within your tribe. You're not even allowed to marry the 12 tribe of Israel. You got to marry within your tribe that you was born in. Now there was some leniency to where outside of that tribe, it was some certain, it was exceptions, but the Most High God's preference was that you marry into your tribe. So what you did, because you didn't do that, you created an abomination upon yourself and upon our people. And you need to take it serious. And you call yourself a man. I tell you one thing right now. I'm more man than you are. Now you go to Genesis chapter 5 and you read between verses 2 and 7. I'm more man than you are. I'm man to female. And for you to let your people down, you done let your women down, you done let your kids down. You ain't no damn man, and you gonna tell me I'm more man than you are. Well, God it's time for us to rule, and we got next making a whole bunch of goddamn noise. We got next. You got next. You don't have no next, because God not gonna put you over me. You know why? Because I've done the work. Why you playing? You playing. You creating your own kingdoms, and you including other nationalities that the Bible called heathens, so that your king can be what it is. You're not for God. You are the enemy of the black kids and of the black woman. And yes, I said it. And I mean it. And so go back and see what you said. Pull up your own videos and see what you said to make me feel this way. I am the man at this point. Male and female created he them and called them man. You know why he did that? Because he knew you wasn't going to work for what you were supposed to do. So he already included me. And you can't take that away from me. God gave it to me. It's mine. It's mine. That's all I need to say. And you sit here and say, I had one brother say, multiculturalism. It's multiculturalism because you with the white girl and a snow bunny. If you with the white girl, if you with the Asian girl, if you with the Dominican girl, and all over there, if you with the Nigerian woman, that's multiculturalism. It's not just the white folks. Do your research. Don't take my word for it, because I'm not going to argue back and forth with you. I refuse. I'm not going to debate. I'm not going to do any of those things, because all I have to do is listen to you, because out of the mouth comes the issues of heart. And so out of your mouth has come the things that you have not studied. You just heard. I don't have to ask you who you are. All I have to do is listen to what you say. You're not for my people. You're not for the people of God. You're just much of an enemy as everybody else, because you didn't put the work in and you ain't trying to put it in. And I had one brother on one video, he said, well, I'm not a Bible thumper. The Bible is your history. The Bible is your history. And then I had another brother say, well, you know, they wrote that Bible, and they wrote that Bible because they use that so they can control us. Okay, he's a Hamite. He's a Hamite, because you know why? Because the Bible wasn't written for him in the first place. The Bible was written to my ancestors, boo. It was written to my ancestors. And nobody was supposed to touch it. And nobody did touch it until they stole it. And God had already knew that they were going to steal it. And he put verses in there like, don't change it and don't add to it. Don't add to it and don't take from it. They did it anyway. He knew they was going to do it. But he used that for his own advantage and for his own privilege. And you will see that in the near future. I am done with this video. Thank you for tuning in to this channel. And you have a blessed day.